Confused at the Buffet. Cryptids and Ghouls. Written by Mike Barnard. Narrated by Mike Barnard. Cryptids and Ghouls. Scary things lurk and loom in the shadows. Wonderful creatures and whimsical entities swirl about. Powers beyond your belief are at your fingertips. Only the bravest and wisest know the realm of Cryptids and Ghouls. Get your starter pack today for only $14.99 at Kmart or wherever games are sold. Mom, can you please get me Cryptids and Ghouls? No, sweetie. Tipper Gore says it's a wicked game that will corrupt your mind. Why would I care what the current vice president's wife thinks? Billy, I don't like it when you're trying to be meta. Go to your room right now. Aw, Mom. Billy runs upstairs to his bedroom and slams the door behind him. This youngster never gets to have any fun. His mom is a real stick in the mud. It's no wonder he's best friends with a juvenile delinquent by the name of Zachary Thompson, aka Zipper. Suddenly, out from the window arose such a ladder. It was Zipper, here to drop in unannounced like he always does. The brutal finger wag of Billy's mom is not enough to deter this punk from seeing his buddy. What can she do, really? Call his mom? Good luck with that. The boys conduct their secret handshake. Zipper zips through Billy's room looking for any new magazines or scraps of food. A half-eaten Lunchable is all he could find. Hey, Zipper, you can't be here. My mom's really peed off now. Wow, she on the rag or what? She needs to take a chill pill, bro. No, seriously. Hey, man, I got something to show you, but you gotta promise not to tell anybody, okay? What is it? You gotta promise first. Okay, I promise. Cross your heart and hope to die? Yes, please, just show me. Out from his trench coat, he pulls out a tan and silver Cryptids and Ghouls card. Billy's jaw hits the floor. Bloated biohacker isn't even out yet. How did Zipper get it? It's fake, Billy insists. I've never seen that one before. That's because it's rare, Zipper exclaims. Nuh-uh, rare cards are royal purple, then aquamarine, then dandelion. This one is light brown? It's tan and silver, the rarest of them all. Check the seal. Zipper flips the card around. Real deal, all right. Where'd you get it? Billy is fully convinced and extremely jealous. He's been begging his mom for months to buy him some of these cards. She staunchly refused, saying it's of the devil. Little does she know that Billy actually has 4 that he got from the Burger King's Kids Club. They're mostly effect cards that no one cares about, like Prayers to Gosh, -0 credit check, and head-exploding candy. The only good playable card is the grief-stricken golfer ghost, but everyone has that one. Ever since Gen 2 came out, they've been harder and harder to find. This game has taken America by storm. For some, it's more than a game, it's a way of life. Cryptids and Ghouls, books, tapes, bedsheets, ball caps, and lunchboxes are one thing. But that's for common fans. Zipper is an aficionado, a freaking zealot of the Order of C&G. Yet another reason for Billy's mom to hate him. Poor Billy Boy really wanted to get his hands on some primo cards and maybe build a deck and duel with other kids. He can't contain his excitement. He snatches Zipper's card just for a second. Hey! Belts out Zipper. Billy, who's up there? Mrs. Billy's mom was now wise to the presence of her son's little hoodlum friend and her sworn enemy. Footsteps thump on the stairs in rapid succession. Soon the boys would be busted. In a flurry of panic, they tried to evacuate Zipper out the window. They went so quickly that neither one of them noticed the card was glowing in Billy's hand. Successfully, the young brat makes it back to the ladder and slides down like a fireman. Mother enters the room with shoe in hand, ready to beat any intruder she might happen to find. She found none. She slips her shoe back on and interrogates Billy. He makes up some ruse about training to be a voice-over artist, practicing his Fred Flintstone. Mother knew this was a pile of malarkey, but there's no evidence to justify her suspicions. Slowly she shuts the door behind her, scanning the room one last time when she notices the card on the floor by the window. Zipper must have dropped on his way out. Billy too notices the card and tries to distract his mom with a hug. Big red flag. The mom sidesteps her child to the card, picks it up, and rips it to shreds. Billy's jaw once again on the floor. The rip heard around the world. You know you're not allowed to play with stuff like this, she said, stomping her foot. She peers over the window to see Zipper struggling to sneak off with a 10-foot ladder. The card shards fall like confetti on New Year's Day. Zipper screams in anguish. Billy gets grounded for 2 weeks, and if his friend ever comes over again, she would call the police or the taxidermist. The next morning, Billy trudges into school. A scornful Zipper is waiting for him by the gym. The two kids were the best of buds, but the future of their friendship hangs in the balance. No amount of money would be able to replace this card. It was special as Zipper's homeroom. Billy had no idea, but Zipper had to go through a lot to get his hands on this card, which burned his cover. The only way to replace the card was for Billy to go to the secret spot and beg for another one. The whole situation sounds super sketchy. Was their friendship even worth it if they end up on Unsolved Mysteries? No way, Jose. Billy is a good kid. He just has some goofy friends. But Zipper's not playing. This card, this game, means the freaking world to him. After a combination of threats and pleading, Billy agrees to help his buddy after school. However, the plan would only work if they left now, go to the secret spot, do the deal, and then be back in time for the school bus to take them home. Fine, Billy said. He packs his stuff, and the boys sneak out. After some hitchhiking, they make it to the Finewood Mall. From there, they head to the back. Of course, the stores are sold out, so why come here? Billy's naive, and he doesn't know the way of the streets. Behind the Mervin's loading dock, they find a creepy 27-year-old dude wearing the same brand trench coat as Zipper. This is their guy, Crooked Jake. He deals in all manner of nerdy, hard-to-come-by goods, from Pogs to Beanie Babies, but he's recently restructured to exclusively handle Cryptids and Ghouls. Zipper, you punk! How dare you show your lousy carcass here? Oh, come on, Crooked Jake. You're still sore about that? Dude, that was yesterday. Get lost! Okay, you're mad at me, I get it, but can you hook up my pal Billy? Billy steps forward with a pouty, pathetic face. He explains the situation with his mom. Crooked Jake had no option but to open his heart and his jacket to offer up another tan and silver card. The lads are drawn in like a moth to a flame. Nothing comes for free. Since the 5th graders have no money, they'd have to pay another way. After some negotiation, Billy agrees to give Crooked Jake a pair of his mom's underwear. It's gross, but it's the business of C&G. A contract was signed, and Crooked Jake presented Billy with Two-Mouthed Cretin of Dusk. Billy cautiously holds it. Then the unexpected happens. The card begins to glow, a bright golden glow of gold. Billy! Shouts Crooked Jake, flabbergasted. You're the chosen one! The what? Come with me, we haven't a moment to waste. Little horns grow out from the back of Crooked Jake's head. His eyes turn yellow. He grabs Billy by the hand and runs him to a dirty dumpster behind a chain-link fence. Zipper tries to keep up, tailing behind, confused but still along for the ride. Crooked Jake taps the dumpster 3 times. It starts to glow the same color as Billy. The lid flings open and slurps them up. Zipper's pursuit is cut short. The magical portal closes as he was airborne. He crawls out covered in filth. Dread settles in. If he calls the cops, he'll be in trouble for skipping school. So he just sits there, clinching the C&G cards that were left behind. On the other side, there's all manners of cryptids and ghouls. Yes, they are real, and yes, they live in a magical realm, accessed only via trash receptacle. The location lies somewhere between Salem, Dracula's Castle, and the Bermuda Triangle. The creeps will never tell you exactly where. Crooked Jake, whose actual name is Moist, or Go-Go for short, is now in full C&G attire. Leather pants, ripped flannel shirt, bulging mounds of chest hair, green scales, slime coming out of his ears and rear. He's not a pretty man. At least he's wearing a tie, so you know he's legit. Go-Go is neither cryptid nor ghoul. Out of everyone in this crazy world, there's roughly a dozen or so facilitators that gather, train, prepare, invest, and delegate those around them. This mutant fella had no skills or value, yet here he is with the chosen one. Hopefully it would lead to a promotion. In a large orange and puke green room, they are greeted by so many quirky characters from the game, but fully fleshed out, as real as it gets. By the door is Naval Harvester, eating a sloppy Joe burrito. Waiting outside the only restroom are the duo Hypnopotamus and Crowbar Nosejob. In the lobby, doing various activities, are an assortment of fools such as the Open Heart Bride, Big Willie Jazzman, Supernova Thunder Blast Squad, the Dean of Garbles, 99 Buzzing Nitwits, Interlocking Fecal Bricks, and Bigfoot. All strange, all nasty, and all looking at Billy like he's a bigger freak than any of them. Quickly, they dash down a long beige corridor to a rickety copper elevator operated by two fearless feral fritters on a hamster wheel. On the 66th floor, there's a long hallway that leads to the office of the High Priestess, another facilitator. She's been around for some time. There is a war brewing in the land of the Normans that might destroy the very fabric of reality. Their champion, the Chosen One, has been prophesied for centuries. Billy is bamboozled and bewildered by the many outrageous claims happening. It's something straight out of the collector's comic he got in his kids' meal. Seems like it's all real and deeper than he ever imagined. The High Priestess examines Billy. Nothing outwardly seems noticeable. The boy is typical for his age. Even his haircut is a dime a dozen. "What is this meat bag you brought me, Go-Go?" she snarls, slapping Billy in the chest. "He was glowing," Go-Go claims. "What a waste. Get him out of my sight." The High Priestess turns Billy around and gives him a shove. Begrudgingly, he begins to march out of the room when she sees the sign that she needed to see. A prophecy coming true. His sneakers left a skid mark on the laminate floor. "Stop!" she commands. The mark was that of the creator, Crypto Ghoulberg the First. Somehow, they must be related. The origin of this tribe of mystical monsters has been lost to all but the most dedicated researchers. 3,333 years ago in ancient Babylon, things were different. Cryptid, ghoul, and Normans lived in harmony until the great spook spell of power and deceit reigned from the unruly underbelly of society. All of that to say, yes, Billy did have some lineage to the powerful figure of ages long ago. The shoes had belonged to Billy's grandfather, who bought them in Egypt during a peacekeeping mission in the late 1960s. Unbeknownst to him, the rubber sole was more like a rubber soul, that of the creator himself, trapped in eternity until excavated near the ruins of Timbuktu. Quite frankly, it didn't matter how. The truth is, Billy is the Chosen One. It is his birthright to challenge the opposing forces. The cryptids and ghouls are forged from darkness, but some are ill intent, but they are mostly harmless. It's not good versus evil, it's kinda bad versus truly wicked. More would be revealed to him later. It's a legend and story that must be given its proper due. For now, they must prepare. There's a lot that must be done before the unspeakable consequences unfold. Billy is taken to a battle preparation station. He equips a helmet and breastplate made from the leathers of the fallen. The blacksmith grants him the Sword of Dynasty, once wielded by Crypto Ghoulberg himself. The High Priestess anoints him with a translucent slime and hands him a deck of cards. "What's this?" asks the Chosen One. "They are your mighty warriors," answers the lady with goo-stained fingers. "You'll need them and their weird and wild techniques to battle the enemy." Which is who exactly? "Non-believers like Tipper Gore. Now go! You must ride on the wings of Anzu!" Go-Go escorts Billy back the way he came. All the filthy creatures cheer him on. Billy musters up the strength to carry on. It's time to become a big boy. Through blinding light, Billy is belched out of the portal dumpster. With his soulful grandpa sneakers laced up tight and his cards in hand, he is ready to face the world. Zipper is waiting for him, so are a couple of cops. The delinquent boy is hogtied in the back of the squad car. Officer Jones radios for backup when he sees the deplorable condition Billy's in, covered head to toe with garbage. Most certainly a social worker and therapist would be needed. "Run, Billy!" shouts Zipper. He knows firsthand what would happen if social services got involved. A tear rolls down his cheek as he ponders his own tragic backstory. Billy takes off in a mad dash, sliding under the cop's legs and under the interceptor. Fat Officer Jones had a body by Duncan, and we're talking donuts, not hoops. There was no way he could outrun him, so he pulled out his piece and let the bullets fly. "Beans and rice!" exclaims his partner, Officer Penny. "He's getting away!" shouts Jones. "Go get him!" Jones holsters his pistol and sits on the curb to catch his breath. Officer Benny was top of her class at the academy and a track star in high school. She quickly catches up to Billy and scoops him up by the scruff of his neck. Although he may squirm and worm, he could not shake his way free. Now sitting next to Zipper, the boys were in deep trouble. Officer Penny stoops down and removes the cardboard box off Billy's torso and takes the curtain rod from the tight grip of his hands. Luckily, she didn't find the cards he had stashed in his shorts. "Honey, why do you have all this junk on?" questions Officer Penny. "It's not junk, it's my armor. Give me back my sword." Billy catches a glimpse of the contraband and realizes something happened. It somehow shifted into common trash. Deflated, he looks down to his feet, no longer glowing. Was it all a dream? With a heavy sigh, Penny shuts the back door and throws the evidence in the trunk. The police roll out towards downtown. There they'll file and process these whippersnappers and hopefully get them back to their parents or guardians. Billy is left perplexed, muttering in the back to himself. "What did you say, boy?" grunts Officer Jones. "It's all wrong," says Billy. "What happened to my cool stuff? Why is everything dull again? The lady in the dumpster said I was the chosen one." "Yeah, my ex-wife told me the same thing, right before she ran off with her tennis instructor to Bora Bora. Dumb wretch. That's why you can't trust dames, son." Officer Penny gives him a cold glance. The rest of the car ride was painfully awkward. Zipper was fully in tears, but Billy was trying to come up with an escape plan. His eyes darted around for something that could gain some leverage in the situation. If only he could reach his front pocket, he could access his cards. The station wasn't far. Pretty soon they were there. When Officer Jones opens the car door, Billy headbutts him in the gut. The big man shakes the little fella until the C&G cards spill out into the sidewalk. They have been reverted back to ordinary playing cards. "Y'all playing poker or something? You rotten kids. A couple of hours of the holding till should straighten you out." Billy flops to the ground, picks up a card. Nothing happens. There is no glow or supernatural energy. Things are bleak. Billy feels a pain in his chest as Officer Jones apprehends the youngster. Suddenly, Go-Go appears in the reflection of the side mirror. It was real. He wasn't a crazy kid. A new sense of belonging and believing washes over Billy. He clicks his heels 3 times like in that old movie he saw on TV once. A righteous beam of light emanates from Billy's tattered sneakers. Smoke billows out and chokes the cops. The pure-hearted belief of a child has activated something so powerful. He glows brighter than ever before. Neon lights swish past him. It's mostly like he has his own background or something. He calls forth a level 14 two-mouthed cretin of dusk, a beast so vile it makes grown men succumb to involuntary urination. As the name suggests, it has 2 mouths, one normal and one riddled with festering boils, gaping wide open. On top of that, it's hunched over like a granny with scoliosis. His body is covered in fur like an orangutan. An eerie dust cloud falls off his back like a shadow. Plain and simple, it nasty. The cops are frightened beyond belief. Of course, Officer Jones caves into his itchy trigger finger and rips a 6-shot. Billy activates his effect card, Defensive Brown Hole. It sucks up the bullets and redistributes them to points unknown, and then lets out a wet fart. Billy then unleashes Lobster Boy and Grim Gnome. They lift the cop car and twirl it overhead. Zipper's still in the back, holding on to reality for dear life. He's a fan, but not like this. The trunk pops open, and the Chosen One reclaims his armor and sword, now fully manifested back to its original glory. He floats high off the ground with teams of police looking onward, scared stiff, lashing onto one another for comfort. Then out of the blue, or actually out of the brown, the sky opens. A hail of gunfire rains down upon the child. Luckily, the ancient sword of Dynasty deflects the projectiles, sparing his life, but unfortunately, one of them shoots directly into the spine of Officer Penny. Billy throws back his head and wails. She was the only good cop. She gave him a toffee roll while the other one wasn't paying attention. Grief-stricken by what he had done, he falls back to earth. He lays down his weapon and surrenders. Officer Jones rushes over as quickly as he can, which is still pretty slow. He's got 1 bullet left with Billy's name on it. Even though Officer Penny was a pain in his rump, she's still a sister in the blue. Kid or no kid, Billy needed to be stopped. Permanently. Right before Jones could put down the possessed child, Officer Penny lets out a blood-curdling yelp. She would rather die, which she didn't, than have another young boy be gunned down in the streets. The distraction causes him to lose focus, but his finger was already squeezing the trigger. A round shoots off, striking the C&G deck dead center. Magical air blows once again. The cards scatter to the four winds. Monsters unbound. Now it's up to Billy, with the help of Zipper, to find all the cryptids and ghouls before they run amok to the land of the Normans and bring balance to the universe. Cryptids and Ghouls, coming soon to Schlocktoon Network. The end.